December. I mean, you got to win all these games, these conference games. So we're just going in on Saturday, trying to do whatever we can to get that W.
So they didn't throw the ball well against Indiana last week. I don't know if you watched that game, but have you seen some of the plays Nolan Brown has made?
Yeah.
The Oklahoma game, I'm thinking of.
Yeah, the Oklahoma game, he erupted. I think he caught like 2 or 3 touchdowns, 4. Wow. Yeah, and one of them was like an amazing catch behind the back thing. But he's a big body receiver. A guy that you're gonna have to fight the whole time. As far as he's probably gonna try to box you out. You got to be able to try to get your hands in somehow, some way, and try to scrap the ball out. But Indiana played them pretty well, so there's some things that as a secondary and as a unit, we can look at that tape and try to see what those guys did and translate it over with us.
You never like to lose, but do you think you guys gained some natural respect for the way you lost to Michigan?
No, I don't look at it like that. I mean, like you said, you never like to lose as a team, and me personally, I don't look at it as far as if people respect you or not or whatnot like that. I just look at it as do we win or lose, and that's definitely a game that, as a team, we knew we could have done some things on both sides of the ball better, and we feel like that outcome could have probably been different. But that's a learning lesson. That was the first one of the season, and a lot of guys took that to heart and felt that loss. So that's a good thing as far as a team, feeling the loss and understanding that we didn't like that feeling and we got to bounce back.
How big is home field advantage this week?
It's very huge, especially being a night game, college game day coming. I know the atmosphere is going to be outrageous, and I think that's going to be a tremendous help, especially being on the defense side of the ball. If we can get the crowd to be as loud as possible, kind of mess up some of those cadences or communication between the quarterback and receivers or whatever the case may be, it'll be a tremendous help. But it's just one of those environments that you always dream of playing in.
Does it go both ways though, with you guys on defense having to communicate? Does the crowd impact that as well? Or is it mostly hand signals for you guys?
For us, it's both. It's hand signals, it's talking, but at the same time, I think overall as a group, we've been in some situations where, as far as practice, if you ever come to our practices, the music is blasted to a whole nother level. So, we've been in that situation. Now it's just a matter of translating it on Saturday, which I'm confident that we can do.
Was Wisconsin even on your radar in 2010?
You said Wisconsin?
Yeah, like coming here. Did you watch that game against Ohio State?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, and let me clear that first. Say, I'm very happy that I did choose here, but I tell people all the time, being a kid from South Florida, I would have never imagined me coming here, but it was the best decision of my life. So, but I have seen the highlights of that game, and I don't know who I was here for that game. I'm sure you guys know that it was crazy, but I think whenever you watch the highlights and you see videos of it, you can definitely tell this place was going crazy.
So you know what it's like for a defensive back who gives up a big play to have to come back the next series or the next game. And at Michigan, after we talked to Tyndall, and you can tell he was really bothered. How do you think? Why do you have confidence that he's going to come back and respond?
Because at this position, you have no other option. It's just what it is. And I think overall, as you get older and you mature, that's something that you develop. And this is DT's first season truly being a starter and facing some adversity here and there. And every time I give up a play or he gives up a play, you guys can see it. First thing I do is I run over there and I tell him, no matter what the score is, what time it is in the game, you're good. You got to be able to put it behind you, because it's one of those positions where if you let it linger around, next series, next play, if it's not a touchdown, they could be coming right back at you. So you got to be able to just move on to the next play and understand that. This position, you're gonna give up some stuff here and there. You just got to be able to, block that out and keep it rolling.
In terms of playmakers, how does this Ohio State offense look compared to some of the other offenses you play?
They're just as good, and to be, not to go back to, last week, but that group that we faced at Michigan, so far this season, as far as playmakers and having guys that could make plays, has been the best that we faced so far. So, as a defense and overall as a team, as far as offense facing their defense and our defense facing their offense, we know that their team's full of players that can make plays and take advantage of missed opportunities. So I think overall that's the big key for us this week. You know, the opportunities that we have to, you know, chances to make, we have to make those opportunities, because if not, you know, that can truly hurt us in the long run.
I think that in Chicago you talked about how good you thought Braxton Miller was, and now you guys haven't faced Barrett. But I mean, he's done some things that even as well as Braxton Miller.
Yeah.
How do they compare? At least what you've seen on tape.
It's hard to compare, because, you know, to me, Braxton Miller, as far as overall college football player, is the best player that I feel like I've faced, as far as just overall college football player. So this being my first time facing JT, you know, I'll be able to, you know, tell you about that after the game. But if you turn on the film, I mean, you can definitely see similarities. JT's a run threat. You see it every week in college football. He's that zone, that read option with him is something. No team. I mean, teams aren't really stopping it. So with that, and then also he can throw the football. He can put the ball, if you make tight windows, he can fit the ball in those windows. So it's gonna be cool to face another Ohio State quarterback in that system that, you know, that we know is gonna be elite and can do everything. We just gotta find a way to slow him down.